Good morning. This is Philip Strebel, Senior Market Strategist at MF Global, with your daily metals commentary here from Monday, October 24th. Looking at metals, they actually have a really nice move going on. We've got gold up about 1.5% right now, trading up about $26. We're at 1660. This is, we're coming up to about, looks like this is going to be your 100-day moving average. 1661, so 200 days up at like 1741. I don't think we're there yet, or even close to making that kind of move. We really need, like I said, last time we kind of built up to this level. We still need that 2-day close over 1690. We never got it last week. We had some setbacks, and I think gold it's comfortable in this range, but like I said, it needs an additional catalyst to get it up and get it moving. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal. This is like on the front page. That talks about the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, and they said that it had shrunk. It was last week. It was actually about a couple months ago, it peaked at $2.86 trillion. Right now, it's at 2.83. Now it is substantially higher than it was in years back. But I think that's part of the reason why we're not getting that extra boost. I mean, as far as the U.S., they have been cutting quite a bit of spending. I mean, it's still out of control, but it's not like we're in some kind of quantitative easing thing going on in the United States right now. Now, over in Europe, that situation is completely different, and I really think that the euro currency is eventually going to come down because that. They're working on their own issues. They've got to bail out their banks. They've got to get their debt back under control. They need to implement a long-term plan. I think that on Wednesday is when they have their next meeting, and when the Eurozone meets, they're going to release some of the figures for what the bailouts need to be for the banks and everything. And I think that those figures are going to come in actually substantially lower, but it's still a greater amount of money that they're going to have to put into the system. So you should see gold start to gain against the euro currency again and start to break back out to the upside. As far as other metals are concerned, the silver market is starting to work its way up a little bit, but it still seems like north of 33 is too expensive, south of $30 is too cheap. I could see like some kind of blowout to 34, but it doesn't feel like we've got like that boost going on at the moment. I did do a lot of call spreads last week. This is both in gold and in silver. The gold was the 1850, 1950 call spreads out to April, and then on silver we were doing March the 36, 37.5 or 36.50, 38, all kinds of like right around that area. Shoot for about $1.50 wide. Try and get it to where it's like less than $1,500 or right around there to buy the call spread. And then again, I shot out actually that example of a call spread out to a lot of people. So if you want me to resend it back out, or if we come up with a new call spread, I can just draft it up and send it out. Or you can get more advanced strategies like butterflies and stuff like that. So if anybody's interested in anything like that, I've got them already like written up. I just got to edit some of the figures, and it takes only a minute. Now, interesting article on copper someone might want to check out. That's in the journal too today. It says copper's new gig fighting bacteria, and they actually have a study that says the U.S. Department of Defense found copper surfaces in rooms in intensive care units cut the amount of bacteria in the rooms by 97% and reduced the rate of hospital-acquired infections by 41%. So it's cool that they're taking copper and they're using it for something new and putting it in other things. I mean, it's always been an antibacterial. That's why they have copper piping. But for them to actually be able to like implement this in more different areas or expand what it's used for, its demand is going to continue to rise and the prices should go up as well. Now, as a metals guy, you probably want to look at Caterpillar's earnings were really good, and I think that's also part of the reason why we're going up a little bit in the metals across the board, because that's a direct result of, or a direct impact on infrastructure building, things like that. So copper definitely is vital when you start looking at Caterpillar having good earnings, because it's a sign of economic growth and building. Platinum and palladium, they're still getting a bit of a boost. They look pretty good. And then that's about it. I am sending out a rough rice report, which has nothing to do with metals, but it's a special report that was written by Hightower, and rough rice futures are looking like they should head higher. And then they've got these flooding that's going on over in Thailand. So you're seeing that crop threatened, and it's actually up near the limit right now, so that's completely off the subject. But we do look at all the commodities over here, and if I do see an opportunity beyond the metals, definitely we're going to look at it and we're going to take it. So I did see NBC this morning, so you can cue that up, and I talked about the S&P 500 and also a little bit on the oil market, so you can cue that up on their website. And then I'll be doing Kitco here later on today at about 8:15, so in about 25 minutes. It should be the daily gold brief. If you have any questions, futures option trading, give me a call, 800-803-8037. Remember, futures and option trading does involve risk of loss, and it may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.